I go and play a Smash tournament for half an hour. And what do these jokers do while I'm gone? They unplug the internet. Oh, hey, you could have stopped him. You could have stopped him, Sky. Okay, I'm being a bit too harsh on Sky. Nost, it was all your fault. Every single bit of it. Luckily, they managed to get the internet back up, which should have been as simple as plugging a plug-in, but hey, I wonder how long it took them to figure it out. Nost is going to be doing a tutorial now, though whether I should let him continue is completely up to the jury. Nost, are you ready?
I think that what I could say to you right now is deal with it.
So that's the end of the stream! I am, of course, kidding. I'm going to throw it over to Nost right now. You're the final run of the event. Mm-hmm. It's been fantastic so far.
It has been.
Of course, remember throughout the rest of this run that we are trying to raise money for special effect. And if you somehow manage to get it to £420, we've been promised that Nost is going to make Spyro green and blaze. So let's try and do that. It would be nice.
First thing I would like to do is sort of get glasses on Spyro, because if I'm wearing glasses, I think he should. Oh, hold on. Ah! Damn, these really are cheap glasses. So, would anyone in the chat like to put in, or would my organisers like to get the code up for the glasses on Spyro, please, for me? Thank you. But yeah, just so that you know, chat, I can read you. Welcome everyone.
I've got you that code you asked for.
Oh yeah, okay, give me a moment. I have to do it on the start screen.
Alright, Light Yara's just put it in chat for you.
There we go. Thanks, Yari. Right, so... No, I did it wrong. There we go, boys and girls. We have Swag Spyro today with Swag Nost. Right then, everyone. Welcome to this Spyro 120 Trilogy. I'm Nost, and yeah, pretty much, this is going to be the 120% tutorial. Now, just to give you a little bit of I suppose, a prep talk before actually starting to do things within the game. Now, again, this game is rather new. There's not a massive load that's been found. A lot of what we know, pretty much, we kind of copied over from, we kind of just gathered over from what we know from the original. Toys for Bob, I'll be honest, did keep a lot of things true to the original. So, again, massive creds and shout-outs to them. However, there are a few sneaky little things, which obviously from the original games were taken a little bit out. Maybe slightly changed. And also some new things which were added in for annoyance. But you'll see that later. And pretty much the mechanics of how Spyro works is a little bit different. Obviously, you've got your controls that are massively different. Again, if you're an original runner and you wanted to give a go at this game for your first try, right, I would recommend going into options, going into your controls. You can go onto control scheme, and you pretty much can change it back to retro controls if you want. Which essentially all the massive differences are between Reignited controls and retro controls. So if I say to retro controls and go back, is basically you can control the camera with your right trigger and your left trigger. That's all it does. You can also still do it with your right analog stick, but that's just if you like playing with the original. That's still there for you. Now, because again for speedrun purposes, within Reignited, because sometimes you'd like to kind of pull the camera quickly behind Spyro, it's sort of preferable if I actually sadly stick with the stick with the Reignited controls. But again, that's not a problem. It just means that your right trigger is flame, and your left trigger, so let's say I had my camera like this, your left trigger will pull Spyro back like that, will pull the camera back straight like that. You'll need that for a few tricks pretty much. I'll show you that a little later. So yeah, welcome. Hi Turkey. I'm live and I'm doing swag. I'm live and I'm swag right now. Where's Reku gone? He's vanished. Oh dearie me. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to start off by giving you all a bit of prep talk now on mechanics. So essentially, again, from the original, there's not much change with the Reignite mechanics. You still got circle for flame, square for charge, triangle is to basically pull the camera in and have a little look around, but pretty much we recommend you do not press that button whatsoever. That's not fast in any way. And obviously your X is to jump, X and then X again is to glide. However, when speedrunning this game, obviously the main thing you would want to do is essentially charge as much as you can, right? So make sure that basically you're holding square as much as you can. It's a bit, I'm not saying it's a meme or anything, but it's sort of a bit funny that you basically have to hold square just to kind of get Spyro to go as fast as he can. To get Spyro to jump while obviously charging, you pretty much, while holding square, you press X. So what I like to do is pretty much with the tip of your thumb, you hold square, and then with the flat bit of your thumb, you press X. So just like that. And obviously to get the best charge jump and to get the glide at the very top of it, that's one thing that we'll be doing the most within this run. Again, shout outs to in the original where you had charge glides. Thankfully this is not as hard as charge glides whatsoever. It's very easy to pick up. There will be times as well where you can flame and then charge and then jump. These are flame charges. Thankfully they did keep it a little bit in this game where essentially Spyro's flame will follow along with his charge. That's a nice thing where if you want to get an enemy and then if you want to get his gem quick, you flame and then jump to get his gem. Quickly like that. But again, to everyone in chat, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any questions about how the game works or about certain tricks. I will go through certain tricks again and again. And what I will be doing is I will be showing you what would be my 120 routing. It's not exactly discreet, it's not the fastest way, it's my way to get 9th on the leaderboard so far. And it's kind of similar to what I know from how the original kind of carries on from that. So pretty much, as you start the game, you'll be starting in essentially here. Oh, just to say one more thing, again, just to reiterate, we do kind of have a little donation incentive where if we could get that number to 420, we will be putting the code in to get this purple dragon a little bit green, pretty much. There are cheat codes which all it does, it changes the aesthetic, doesn't change hitbox or anything. That's why we got Spyro wearing the glasses. I'm wearing the glasses, so thought it would be only appropriate, right? Anyway, Spyro's now looking at me, having a go because he's wondering what the heck am I doing, why am I not going fast? So pretty much the first thing I would do is I would charge, I'll be heading probably towards 2 o'clock. You see that Nork over there? I'm going to be going over and getting him, pretty much. He's the... Wow. Wow, Nost. Brilliant start. You're meant to charge into him straight away, by the way. I don't know if my chat's frozen on me or whether it's quiet. Ah, there we go. Thanks, Jerry.
Hey, Nost, we have a donation if I can read it out.
Yep, go ahead, Sky.
From Lightyear1 for I think a tenner.
Yeah.
The amount isn't displaying currently. Which with the comment, go for Cove Skip, Kappa.
Right, I'll explain to you all what Cove Skip is. That's actually a trick in any percent. Which, again, it doesn't exist in Reignited yet, sadly. However, we want to find it as quick as we can. Thank you so much, Yari. That £10 is going towards a special effect, which is charity that will aid disabled people with, obviously, the awesomeness that is speedrunning. Please go and donate. Again, it's all for a brilliant cause. So as you all saw just then, we arrived into Stonehill from about here. First thing you do is, no, Ram, go away, I don't want to listen to you. You charge over here, you get all these chests along here, you basically follow around, you get the Ram that was here, you get the chests that's around here. What I did here is turn the camera, while turning the camera, that also gets Spyro to kind of, obviously, do a sharp, like, turn around here, and then get going. Again, the good thing within this game is there's like no glitches. It's purely just speed tech and movement. Again, go down to these guys. All of these beginning enemies, all you need to do is charge them. They will die straight away. It's as simple as that. Pretty much this route I'm doing it again. It's like all I can really do is show you what I'm doing, and that's kind of the best way around it. Here's our first dragon of the game. This is Gildas, who tell you to fly, but no, Gildas, we don't need to listen to you. So pretty much with these dragons is you skip them by pressing triangle. That's the quickest way, obviously, to skip past them. It's really annoying because I would love to just play all of them, but I don't have enough time to do that. So I'm just going to carry on. Unless someone has a favorite dragon that they want to ask in for, and I'll be able to probably, I don't know, sit through a cutscene or something if they want to actually listen to them. I don't know. Right, so coming up here, we've actually got a first thief. Now, if you saw my any percent run, these thieves can be a little bit sly. Now, with this thief that's coming up here, you pretty much need to set up by going probably about 12 o'clock towards him, where he'll start running away, and then he'll do a sharp turn. I then will kind of go in the direction where he sharply turns, and then I have to do what would be a charge, jump, flame, and then do that at the same time, because flaming while jumping, or basically killing a thief while jumping, will skip his animation. If you get his animation, you basically have to sit there for like another 5 to 6 seconds pretty much, which if you're really crucial into getting 120, it can make a massive difference. Is this a speedrun or a tutorial? This is a tutorial, Retro Runs. Is this mostly press square to win then? Not press square, you hold it. It is very, like, yeah, hold square to win. But thankfully though, it's a little bit better than most Sonic games, because for what I know what most Sonic games are, it's literally hold right to win, right? Sorry, I don't want to diss too much on the Sonic runners that are around here. Kappa. Right, anyway. Let's go up and get these gems and get this thief. Right, so sadly I wasn't close enough to getting him, but you can recover by trying to snipe him, or there's this bit here where we'll slow down, and I could do just that. So what you could do is either turn around, or you can basically follow a quickest path to try and get back to this chest that's up here. Again, Stonehill is nice and peaceful. There's not really much I can show you. It's just charging. Charge. Nice stuff. And yeah, and if there's any donations that come in, literally just read them out if I go silent, alright? Right, so with that whirlwind, the best thing to do is to charge and jump into them, because obviously you want to spend as less time into them. Sorry, Aster, you are getting skipped. Now, lives, thankfully in Reignited, you don't need to depend on them as much as what you would do in the originals. Because in the originals, you do death abuse quite a lot. However, in this game, if you flame fodder quite a bit, you may have a chance to get an extra life, and you don't even need to die that much, really, or death abuse. Right, again, sorry, Linda, you are getting skipped. You are the dragon that has caused this whole mess, and you're getting skipped. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump charge into that well, but while doing so, you are going to be holding right, pretty much, trying not to bonk, and what you do is you then land on the gems that are just below it, and then you basically go the way around. Get to this key chest. Sadly, you can't skip the animations in this one. and then you get Gavin. Sorry, Gavin, you are getting skipped. And then you basically go to options, you go down next level, and you exit Artisans. Sorry, you stop now, Nost. That's fine, Yari. You cheeky fella. Rookie mistake, not press. Well, it's fine, like crowd. We get that. We get that on the odd occasion. So the first thing you do when you come out of Artisans is you would charge straight in. You're going to be holding right. You're going to be charging straight into the second Nork that is just here. And then you come up onto these platforms. Now these, what I would do again is just, don't worry about that Nork, I believe we've already killed him. Yep. So what we're going to be doing is you hold charge and you jump, and then you could do a fire right and jump up there. You can use this as practice, pretty much. So you could jump up here, fire right, jump up here and that. Again, you don't need to use this first one. You can just go jump straight into the second one, and then sharp, and then up like that. I missed it that time because invisible walls, we'll get more into that later. Cool. So then after that, you get these 2 gems here, and you run down around here. You get Thomas. Sorry, Thomas, you are getting skipped. Flame this Snork. Flame him again. Get both those gems. You can flame them. You don't need to pick up those gems. You pick up these ones at the back of here, and then you jump into the whirlwind. Then you turn, do a sharp right, and then jump down. Get that chest across here, and you get these gems here. You then collect these gems on the way down. You then jump up into the whirlwind again. Go take a sharp left, do pretty much the same, and then come down, jump into the whirlwind again, and now we'll be entering Town Square. In these load times, pretty much you can have a little chill and get Spyro to do some little spins in flame, get him to move around a bit. Doesn't do anything to the run, it's just a load screen. And sadly, within Reignited, especially on I think on the hard drive, on the Xbox One and on the PS4, load screens are the longest pretty much, so this is why I always have to be a little bit quicker. So first thing you do when you enter Town Square, charge straight forward, go to those 1 gems, do a sharp left and then charge. Again, the camera follows you when you charge. So when you charge as much as you can, the camera's following you right behind pretty much. Again, that's another nice thing that they kept from the original. Just sometimes you can get interesting occasions where, you know, the camera would do its own thing. Sorry, Nils, you were getting skipped. I'm going to do a little thing just to show off here. Not needed in 120, but that was the trick that I used in any percent. Pretty much what you do is when you free the dragon, I'll just show it once because it's not needed. When you free the dragon, you see this paintbrush. You basically try and get Spyro's paw on that, like the brush. He'll do a wiggle, and then basically the game will flick him up in the air really, really high. You can actually fly out of bounds by doing that. It's a nice little fun trick to break the game. Right, so these balls, what you do is you flame them, because you can charge that second one, but basically if you charge them, they will charge straight into the ground. If they charge straight into the ground, they will basically stay there and their hitbox will still exist, and they basically become an invisible wall hurdle, and you can kind of get a little bit trapped on them. Paintbrush, jump, whoa, yeah, exactly. And then you carry on along here. You can charge jump this, glide the last little bit, get Devlin. Sorry, Devlin, we are going to skip your cutscene. Get these along here, flame that Nork, and you can flame that bull there. Get these gems here. And now, this is the first example of a nice little trick that I will be doing multiple times within the game, where you essentially can bonk upstairs. This is the fastest way to get upstairs, where, funnily enough, in the originals, bonking would have taken so long. You can lose time by bonking. But in this, you can basically charge, jump up, bonk, 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 and it will give you sort of like a momentum boost upwards. Again, any sort of stairs is good practice, really. You can charge up, bonk, 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 just like that. Poor Spyro, his horns are going to be bruised to bits by the end of this, you know? Bonk climbing, yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Yari, bonk climbing. So yes, pretty much once you've kind of got the nail bonk climbing, you can either get up to this top platform, or you can do from this platform, But if you're going to go hard difficult, you can actually do it from this platform, where you can basically test your jump charging pretty much, or charge jumping, sorry, where you would charge and then jump and then try to get as high as you can and then get to that wall. I didn't obviously show it very well, but because basically on this bit you need to try and hang as close to that wall as you can, do a tiny bit of a wall glide pretty much. Sort of like that. Sometimes if you got another achievement. Reku, where are you? Where's Reku? He's gone, isn't he? Achievement get! Told you we'd gain more of those. We've got a few of them in the any percent pretty much. So yeah, I recommend if you want to go easy mode, you can basically just glide along here. I actually found that quite difficult when I did my casual playthrough. Normal mode, do again little charge jump, go around here. Or if you're going to go hard mode, try and do it from this penultimate step here. And then from here, you get the gems. Now this is the first time where we're going to be a bit sneaky to that thief. Alright? Prepare yourselves. Have a little watch. Get all the gems as you can going up along here. Sparks will help you out. Charge up to this thief. Jump, flame. That's actually relatively easy to do. Just make sure you catch up. If you miss the thief, that's absolutely okay. You can basically get the gems and then reset him around pretty much. Well, are you going to attempt the Dreamweaver charge jump? Oh, you saw that from any percent. I'll show you because you do kind of use it in this one as well, so I will give it a try. It is a tutorial, I might as well show every little bit of it. So again, pretty much you follow as I do, you charge around collecting all the gems. It's practice. Literally, practice makes perfect. It's sort of, well, not exactly perfect, but you know what I mean. Sorry, Thor, we are skipping you as well. And sorry, Alva, we are skipping you as well. Flame this. Now, there was a bull that just ran along here. I flamed him to get rid of him because he's an obstacle. If you charge into him, he'll be a wall which will basically trap you from going around. And so I make sure to flame him quick so I can get straight into these gems, alright? Let's go into these gems. Don't go into the vortex. Get that, I didn't mean to get that bull, but make sure to get that Nork. Get these balls, jump to get their gems, and then you get these chests. Now, I could simply just go back to the start menu and exit level, but I'm not going to. Now, this is the only example where the game will allow you to do some fast warp movement pretty much. So instead, I'm going to press the guidebook button, press down to go to Artisans, press X, and then up again to travel back to the beginning of the Artisan's Homeworld. Again, I did that in any percent. It is the fastest way just to get from Town Square back to there. Probably need to explain. Thank you, Yari. You have reminded me. So, a little bit later, I will encounter a spin chest. I didn't really explain spin chests very well, but basically, fan chests is what they're called. You essentially can use them to pretty much abuse basically a position of an enemy or anything that's nearby, and what you can do is you can get that fan to go up, hit them, and that gem will automatically home into Spyro, collecting it as quick as you can. I'll do more examples of that a little bit later. So first, again, we've got to Nesta. We need to skip Nesta because Nesta has an unskippable cutscene, but I think Toys of Bob were a little bit sneaky listening to us speedrunners. So what we do is pretty much to skip the cutscene, you have to get Spyro to have a downward momentum basically during the opening, like breaking scene of the cutscene. And what you do is you make sure you jump when freeing Nesta. So you do this, press triangle, skip Nesta, goodbye man, we don't need to listen to you. Now you go straight to the left, get these gems here. In the original, again, this route was completely different. But we're going to free Delbin. Delbin, I'm sorry, we're skipping you as well, mate. Now we're going to go into our first flight of 120. Now at any percent, you may have noticed that I've completely skipped this because you don't need to do it. Hop, achievement get. Right, so pretty much to open up Sunny Flight, now this is a little bit of a spoiler because if you want to play this game casually, you get told to do this later on in the game. We speedrunners, again, we want to get through this as quick as we can. Ignore what the dragons say, we hop onto these stones now. We then jump over into Sunny Flight, and I'll show you Sunny Flight. So Sunny Flight is essentially, canonically, the third... Is it the third flight? It's the third flight you do in the game. But it's positioned right at the beginning of the game. So, heck yeah. Now, again, pretty much, I'm just going to show you my route to the flight. It's not exactly perfect to the world record routes, but you would see that a lot of world record holders or just the speedrunners of the individual levels will do this exact same route. If you are interested in doing the individual levels for the flights, then again, there's a big speedrunning scene for it. So again, if you don't want to do the full game and want to do just the individual flights, then honestly, there's nothing stopping you. There is a scene for it. Go have a look on speedrun.com. And actually, I think a lot of people like doing these flights, especially the crash runners, because it's sort of a similar sort of thing, these flights, where you kind of, you're timed, there's an in-game timer in. So pretty much with, my voice is breaking. Again, apologies, I've been up all of last night in the dark room, and basically I've been singing some rock band a bit of yesterday, doing some Bruno Mars, and my voice is dying. Can we get as much pity for Nost for the broken voice in the chat? I'm gonna get none. They're all gonna laugh at me, I can tell. Again, I'll explain a bit more about the flights a little bit later. And then basically you've done that, you go down quit. Yeah, actually Yarim is an interesting point. The achievements within the game actually have nothing to do with actually completing the game fully. It's basically doing certain tricks, essentially, or doing certain things, which generally speedrunners don't really need to do because it's not really fast. Some of them aren't. Some of them are, but some of them you really don't need to do, depending on the category. So you basically leave the level, you get that Nork, you get all his gems. One thing also I'd like to mention is gem count. Within Spyro 1, the gem count actually goes up via level. So it will always reset whenever you enter a level, and when you re-enter a level, it will go back to the gem count of the level that you're in. In 2 and 3, it's different. It's the total gem count. So what I like to do is in Spyro 1, keep an eye out for gem count, because if you see, if during your route that a gem is lost, pretty much you've missed a gem somewhere, and you have to make sure to go back into getting it. All right? Pity laugh, Kappa. Oh please, Yari. Oh please. I know John Robertson, so I'm not going to be trying any of the darkroom stuff there. Plus also, well, need to keep this all a little bit PG tonight. Shame! 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 Right, so now we've entered Dark Hollow. What we're going to do is we're going to head around to the right, get that Nork, get this Nork as well, and then head on down here. Now the reason why we're doing this is because there is a key to get to the key chest, which I pretty much just ran past all the way up here. We are going to be heading back around that level in a moment. So I'm going to go into this red gem, allow that Nork to charge into me, that's fine, that's pretty much the quickest way because he turned around quick. But if he's facing the other way, what I can do is I can charge into this chest. He's probably going to turn around. Nah, he's gonna belly me. Thanks for that, Nork. And then pretty much go and get the gem there. Flame this chest. Will it home in? It doesn't home in. Sorry, Oswin. I'm going to skip your cutscene. Get that gem. Get these 2 gems. Get this key. I'm going to go and jump around here. Get these gems that are around here. Go jump up around here. Then jump. Do a jump charge, and then suddenly that charge will bring the camera back into the back of Spyro. And then get these final gems around here. I like to count 36 gems around here, so again, make sure you're on your gem count. Get this Nork, jump up here, get these gems, get the key chest. You have to wait for the cutscene, sadly, or the animation even. Get these gems, flame, get that Nork's gem, go and get these Norks, get that chest, and you could pretty much get those gems to home in. Sadly, that second one didn't home in. Albin, I'm skipping your cutscene. And that second gem count at 59. Now I can move to the next section. Charge into these two, try and flame that knock and not do what I do. Right, so now we've got another set of stairs. What does that mean? I have a feeling we've got some bonk jumping to do, so go straight into doing some of that. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Sorry, Spyro, you're going to have a rest tomorrow morning. Get those Norks, come up back around here, get these gems around here. Now, this is the first example of where charge jumping actually is really crucial. Now, I can't simply just jump and glide that. You have to get more height. And to do that, you need to do a charge jump. And it's pretty much the same with the other one. With this one, though, it's a lot easier. You're just not allowed to essentially touch the wall. So I'm going to quickly show you how to do that now. Let's turn around here. You make sure you line yourself up and around about here. Charge, jump, and then you're basically back here. Then from the root, you go straight down here, get that Nork, charge into these chests, jump onto these stairs, head on up. Did I get that gem? I got that gem. Jump up to here, get the gem that was here, turn Spyro's camera backwards, and then pretty much do the same again here. 94 is to this point because there's 6 gems around about there. 3 Darius. Sorry Darius, I'm skipping your cutscene. Getting these gems, and then up the vortex. Now, the going up into the vortex is crucial. You do not exit this level through the menu. The reason why is this vortex is a requirement. Well, the main requirement to open up the Toasty head is pretty much you need to make sure you go through a vortex within any level within Artisans. So that can be Stonehill, that can be Town Square, that can be Dark Hollow. So the quickest way to do it is we do it in Dark Hollow. We now turn the camera around, but while doing so, you charge, and then with the other analog stick, you basically head towards the left. Tell you what, you two, Matt, Sky, if I were to do this again at all, is there a way we can use like a controller displayer in a way? Do you know what I mean? So pretty much, again, it's kind of good to sort of show the movements of how the analog sticks move, because obviously a lot of this is practice makes the movement, pretty much. So that'll be for next time. I could do it now, but like, could like tilt the camera down if I want to show. You don't need to see my face. Or do you want to see my face?
I'm trying to get his hands. Do we have hands?
If we can't do it, that's fine. I'll probably do it on one of my streams soon anyway.
Looks
right? Looks good.
A little bit more.
Now my hands get the swag. Right, so then from here, so again, you can see how my movement's going. And again, with a lot of this, it's practice movement, practice routing. That's pretty much a lot of it. I'm just showing you the route. Here we go. You come up to these Norks, you then jump charge up along here. Skill point acquired, because literally one skill point is literally to jump on this bit here. You get all the gems around here. You charge up around here. Go in here. Free Argus. He will now allow you to go into Toasty. Sorry Argus, I'm not going to listen to you. And now we're going to go into Toasty. Thank you, Hydrate Bot. I actually do need a drink. Eh? Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that somewhat throws me back to some of my streams. Not just that, I actually was dared by some of my viewers to actually, I have a Skylander Spyro pillow. They were trying to dare me to bring it in and sit on it during this, and I'm there like, nope. Well, it was sort of an incentive on my part, but still. Anyway, so now we're into Toasty. Those shepherds we recognize, but the dogs are evil. What you need to do is you make sure to flame them, you jump and then flame them again, pretty much. You do that in the original, but these dogs can be, if you're quick enough, you can probably flame twice. What I like to do it as safe as can, especially from in the original. So if I charge, flame that. If you can get 2 of them in one go, where you can get somewhere where there's 2 in one go, then awesome. Again, charge into this guy, flame down like that. Flame down like that. Flame down like that. I'm Sparks is being... Can I just say, sometimes Sparks will be a pain and forget to pick up a gem. It's really annoying. So pretty much, again, we're going to do the same. Try not to get squished by the dog on the right. Flame, flame, turn around, charge, flame, flame, turn around here. Flame, flame. You can even get that guy with the flame, but I'm going to charge him because he decided to do a dance. Gonna get those guys. Come up around here. We've got more dogs up and around here. Flame, 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 jump, flame, flame, jump, flame. Charge into that shepherd because he's too slow. Sorry, this is Spyro, not Sonic. Charge into this guy. Free Nevin, but sorry Nevin, we are not going to listen to you. Now here is when, again, these dogs become a bit of a problem, because later on we've got 2 dogs next to each other and then we've got 3 dogs next to each other. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and make sure that the flame gets pretty much as many of them as we can. In the third phase, pretty much, you have to make sure you kill 2 dogs at the same time, quickly get the last dog, and then Toasty will be right behind, flame him, get his gems, and then I'll carry on from there. Oh, no, didn't need to do it for him. And then flame Toasty again. Make sure you flame Toasty. It's just a simple thing to get him. I didn't get them in sync, but that's a shame. Get Toasty's gems. Quickly run into the wall because we want to get as close to the wall as we can. Burnt toast, achievement get. Get to these chests. Now, we could exit through the vortex, but because also menu winning is also a thing to practice. Once you get good at menuing, you can quickly just go to options, start. Literally in like half a second, I've just exited a level. That's technically quicker than if you were to go up into a vortex. Sorry, I just bashed the mic there. And apologies if my voice is going. Oh, I'll probably start singing a metal song in a moment. Deary me. Right, so now we've only got, now in the Hall of Artisans, there are, I believe, 16 dragons and 100, and well, it's 100 gems when to leave. So, but in total, it's 1,000 gems. So you get up to here, your final gem count should be around about 84. And when you get to here, I'd make sure that you have a yellow Sparks, because there's a trick coming up in a moment where we're going to abuse Sparks. Sorry, Sparks, you've been a pain to us in this game. You should be what you should be like in the original. So I'm going to now go around here. Quickest way, going to our first balloonist. Make sure to flame these chests here to quickly get them. Come up and around here. Hello, Marco. We're going to skip you because we don't want to listen to you. You do that by pressing X. Press down to go to Peacekeepers, and that is Artisans 100% complete. Deary me. Eh? Yeah, 120%. Why is it called 120% though? Why isn't it 100%? Yeah, pretty much. Essentially, the final 20% is essentially 2,000 gems, which you can get in a level, which you can get only by 100%ing the game. Hopefully later on in the run, where I can actually rest my voice a little bit, I'll be talking a lot more when it comes to loot, pretty much. Right, so sadly, Peacekeepers, now just to warn everyone, I have motion blur turned off, which was a thing that was added into the recent patch. You could do that by going into options, camera, turning motion blur off. Now, there's a problem with the current patch in which in Reignited, you have motion blur forced on for Peacekeepers and for loot. So in Peacekeepers Homeworld, you'll start seeing a bit of motion blur, so hopefully I'll try and get through these levels quick. First we go charge up the Titan, skip Titan, we don't need to listen to you. We know we have to get all the gems, there's 1,200 gems to leave this level. Right, you charge into this guy, you charge into that guy. Now, there's 2 gems down there we're going to get, but as soon as I get them, we're going to jump charge over to that rock over there where there is a platform which you can stand on. I can use Sparks to sort of do a little bit of a damage boost to get to there. And then from that, I'm going to glide over to that section over there, use all the rest of Sparks as I can, and then jump up to the final section and kind of skip up to the top. There is a trick in the original which allows you to do similar, But to do that, you pretty much have to use this wall, which is called the Night Flight Wall Glide, because basically we're going to head to Night Flight because it's the quickest way to get around this whole level. Oi! Oi! Stop! I'll get him later, don't worry. Right, anyway. Get these 2 gems, jump. Okay, only got 1, I'll go back for it, not a problem. So as you can see, I got to this platform. Again, to get the highest point, we are going to jump charge and then glide along, do a damage abuse with sparks. Get to this bit here. Okay, I didn't really show it very correctly. Let's do that again. Pretty much there's a bit where the invisible wall doesn't exist, but that bit, the invisible wall did exist, and sadly I bonked into that. Let's redo that again. I can get that gem along the way actually, so that's not a problem. I don't need that guy. Just like that. So now I have to go over to Night Flight. Be careful, do not be fooled. You see this wall here? There is a very big invisible wall here, which if I were to literally to jump and then charge into that, I will fall down to my death. So what I'm going to do, you'll see that if I can charge and like tap around it, you see that Spyro will kind of do a little bit of a curve round. If you basically go straight into that, that invisible wall is going to get you, so be careful there. Just like that. Get these gems along here, get that guy there, and let's enter Night Flight. So here's our second flight. Again, it's rather a show rather than tell. What you can do, again, flight mechanics are pretty much like flying a plane, because for some reason Toys for Bob seem to try mechanics Spyro like a plane in this, where we do a little bit of drifting. To quickly turn, you would charge or bonk, pretty much. Again, another example where bonking actually is extremely helpful. And as you can see, to also get quick height, I will go down, like down with my left analog stick, and I'll press X at the same time. That is the quickest way to get height, pretty much. And also, the quickest way to go low, well, when going low, is basically going low. You get more speed when Spyro goes low, pretty much. Which is actually a similar mechanic from the original, because that's the same thing that happened in that. Oh my word, I'm gonna sound like my blimmin' pubescent self, really, aren't I? My voice cracking like this. Dearie me. Make sure to not touch the water, because if you touch the water, pretty much you're going to be losing loads of seconds into the run. That's actually pretty much the same with all Spyro games, really. Don't touch the water because you'll be slowing yourself down. Now, I don't know if you just saw that there. That actually was an animation skip, where if you can get Spyro to kind of spin up into that hitbox inside of the lantern, there's a few other levels where I'll do a similar sort of thing. You can basically skip this final animation where basically the things that you get pretty much spin away, and that just wastes more real time. So go to here. The game calls it close pretty much. So you make sure you have a little bit of patience. You jump when you get to it, or you can turn your camera, come down here, get these gems along here. You can top up sparks if you want. Get these gems along here. I'm going to snipe this thief as I did in any percent, and then get the key and get Gunnar. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of how I did that. Sorry Gunnar, I'm going to skip you. He's probably the most metal as dope dragon around there. So pretty much you would charge up along here, you would then turn the analog stick, I don't know if you can see it, probably around about at 10 o'clock, and then go around like that, flame, and then go across. I sometimes like the damage abuse there, but it would still help pretty much. You still get the animation skip, and you can quickly jump up from that. Again, just topping sparks up. Now you go up to here. Just carry on, glide across to here. Now I like to do a little bit of a gem count here as well. There should be 94 gems after getting this whole section here. And then charge down and around. If you missed that knock the first time, you can probably get him out. Go around here, get that knock. Go around here, get that knock. That second knock though can be a pain. Sometimes if you charge and get too close to the cannon, the camera will autofocus like this, which if it does that, that is annoying. You don't want to use that cannon at all. Make sure you get away from that. And then you charge into these chests and go into Dry Canyon. Can I ask, Matt and Sky, how much time have I used so far? Sorry? 43 minutes. Okay, I should be hurrying up this a little bit because I think real-time wise I'd be doing this level at around about 20 minutes ago. But that's fine. Again, a lot of this is just the same. It's just the run of this, now my PB is just under 2 hours. But pretty much with this game, it's a lot of, again, it's show and not much tell. If you watch the top runners and literally see how they route this, that's kind of the best way to do it. So what I'm showing you is just the route in a bit of a slower step, right? Now, here's the first example of, well, actually a second example of a fan chest. Actually, I'm going to do a little trick here. Hold on. Spyro, I didn't press that last one. How dare you? Oh well, we got more later. So pretty much what you do with those fan chests, again, when those things pop up and explode, you can use them pretty much. I'm going to turn around and use it in this direction to kill that knock. I don't know if I can do that in this. I haven't actually tried it, but I don't think actually it's anywhere faster, because generally in any percent I'll just charge straight forward. Anyway, let's carry on. Again, this route's a little bit similar to any percent, but it will divert in a short moment. Whoops. Sorry, Conan, I'm not going to listen to you. Get these vultures. Again, you can charge up to these vultures. Make sure to get them quick. Again, bonking up these stairs. Good old bonk charging. Or bonk jumping even. Get to Boris. Now, you can choose pretty much at this point to either... The game intends you to basically glide from here, but the speedrunner's way is down here, and you do essentially your jump charge, or charge jump, whatever. I forget out what to call it, pretty much. Do the same around here, turn around here. Make sure you get the key before freeing Maximos. Now, if you skip Maximos, sometimes if you're unlucky, the camera will focus you here. If that happens, in 120, that's fine. You could just make sure to turn there and then charge and jump. But if not, if you're over here, again, you could just turn that way, go down here. Get that vulture, just like that. Around here, get to that. Now, here is where I also need to do a little bit more thief sniping. Now, I struggle at this thief snipe a little bit, but I'm going to show you with this fan chest actually. If I do this, you can get Spyro to spin on it. Sometimes if you can get the fan chest to spin fast enough, you can get Spyro to sort of go a little bit crazy with it. There we go. Having fun there, Spyro. Have it on a merry-go-round. That's a fun little trick everyone likes to show off. Right, so now there's a thief pretty much just... Hold on, if I show you. Oh, clearly not. Thanks, game. Trusty as always. Again, I'm going to make sure I show you all the route. Do you know, it is annoying because this run is very, again, as I say, it's show, not much tell. And I'm a very tell or not show sort of person. So that's why I feel like I'm probably waffling. Right, if I go around here, come on. Right, so you'll see the thief is over there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, try and see if I can get the thief to go down, charge down, glide. There we go. Good snipe. Again, that was kind of sort of hard to do. But I would recommend, there is a speedrunner I'll give a shout out to, who has actually taught me how to do that. His name is Seraphin. He's in the top 10 for running this category. Please go and check out his runs. He would, and if you've got any questions to how to do that trick, he knows it pretty well. He knows how to snipe all these thieves very well, so go and check him out. I'll go in this section over here. Hello, Pikachu. Hello. Are you alright? Can I have a hug? Can I get a hug? Hold on. Can we get Pikachu up on stage quick?
I don't know if Pikachu can get up on stage.
He can't. Can we turn the monitor then? Come here. Come here.
It's so cute.
I can't wait to see you talk and face up to that Charizard. You better win.
Bye bye, Ryan.
Thank you so much, Pikachu. Pokemon has always been one of my childhood favorites as well. Won't ever speedrun it though because I believe those runs are also very RNG heavy. And this run's not very RNG heavy, thankfully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to those vultures, charge up and get both of them, quickly flame the guy behind him and then jump to get his gem. It's quite a quick movement, so make sure to keep an eye out. Make sure you can all see the controller as well.
Totally fucked up my camera, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to the stream. I'm ruining the setup again.
Yeah, it's not the fucking first time, is it?
See, Nost doing a proper speed run. Yeah, he's pretty talkative. Bloomin' Nost doing a tutorial. No, don't listen to that dude. He just thinks he's cool. He thinks thug life is what matters, you know. So does Spyro. Look at him wearing his glasses. So what you do around here, you get these chests, and then you jump over here. Make sure to not forget those gems. Now, at this point, I technically would have either a yellow or a gold sparks. Because what we're going to do, we're going to encounter our very first firework chest. Now, firework chests are little blighters, these are. Now, a firework chest, pretty much you flame them, you wait for them to explode. If you get too close to them, they'll hurt you. Sadly, the quickest game, do you know, this is a very sadistic game. Do you want to know why it is? Well, especially for speedrunning, because the fastest way to do things is basically to hurt Spyro. So what we're going to do is we're going to charge into that chest and get a bit of damage and lose sparks. But that is the quickest way to get the gems, because the gems will automatically home in. They'll shoot over to Spyro. Sadly, because if I were to go over to the second one, which is at the top over there, I'll I'll die pretty much, and I don't want to game over. I don't want to waste 20 seconds because of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to charge into that one, I'm going to flame at the top and then get those chests that are basically in the top left-hand corner of the screen. So let's go. Now, compared to the original, those chests are actually, those fireworks chests have actually been buffed in a way in which their recoil distance is greater, where, feels bad, man. Run dead in chat. Just kill Sparks, he sucks anyway, Kappa. Nah, man. We all love Sparks, really. Anyway, let's get rid of these guys. I don't want any obstacles in a moment. That was a pretty nice flame, actually. I've never done that before. So yeah, pretty much, there's an example where if you were to charge into certain firework chests, they will basically send you right off the map. Or basically they'll send you to oblivion and you'll die. You die. And then this is another example where you go to exit level and exit. Dies to falling. Lycrad, welcome to what a typical Nost TW stream would be like, where I'll say I won't do something and then that thing happens. And then I get proper gypped. It's like, it's so unfair. I think I'm a very good gamer at very bad gaming. I think is the right way to put it. Right, so now we've got these guys coming over here. We're going to go over and flame them all. I don't know why you moved on your own. Dearie me. Silly Nork. Go and get these gems and go into the blimmin' Cliff Town, isn't it? Of jinxing myself, yeah. I do. I hope everyone's had a good time in Insomnia. Coming up to the end of Insomnia, this is the very last show of UKSM, pretty much. Well, last show of UKSM for Insomnia, pretty much. I'm finishing it. What a privilege. Oh yeah, make sure not to forget that chest there. So I'm going to do the same thing as what I did in any percent. I'll take it a little bit slower this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do again charge, jump, do a hard like turn around, try not to bonk, and then I'll basically get around the building quick. And then glide at the top of it, just like that. Tell you what, I'm going to stop talking for a little bit, and I'll just, it will look like a run, but I'll take it a little bit slower, pretty much, just to show you a little bit of how I'm doing. On what I'm doing. I'll show you the route. Again, if you've got any more questions, just pop them in chat, or just holler at me. That was the example there of Sparks getting another, Spyro getting another life there. Right, so here's actually the first of our tricks in Clifftown. So, turn the camera. We're going to charge and jump to get over to the top of this, and then do a little glide right at the very end to flutter. And then just say, I won't get world record this time. Charge into these two chests, go to a hard right, come down here. Get this firework, you can jump it and then flame it. And then you go and snipe that thief again, jumping, and then falling down and flaming him. Free Halvor. Sorry, Halvor, we're not going to listen to you. He's frat party dragon, by the way. He's like pretty much the youngest of a lot of them, other than Spyro. Right, so these cauldrons are a pain, because as you just saw, I walked into the gem, and the gem essentially won't home in. With these cauldrons, you pretty much need to wait for the gem to touch the ground plane level that Spyro's walking on before Sparks will be able to home into it. It's a shame, really, but actually sometimes it might even touch the side of the cauldron, which has its own like plane. Right. Let's carry on. Right, here's a nice little, again, here's some more charge jumping practice. And this time you're basically practice doing it while turning. So you get these gems, you basically, you skip up without bonking. What's up? Am I saying something wrong? Just like that. Again, you can easily just keep practicing that if you wanted. And if you basically get to the final step and bonk, not a problem. You can even just hop up to the top like that. Don't lose many seconds from that. Just like that. Sweet. Make sure to get all these gems up here. Make sure to flame this cauldron. I forget it sometimes. Get another example of Spyro not being able to pick up a gem. Free Enzo. I don't care about you, Enzo, sorry.
Thank you for freeing me, Spyro. I appreciate it.
How do I get over there? Deary me. Anyway, that's basically how that guy does it. Pretty much, again, I would do another gem count here. 360 gems to get to this section. And then you make sure you get over here as quick as you can. Quick run. Do you know, Arg, I can see you being a dragon in this game. Ow. I would always jump and charge into his vultures. Again, sometimes I can't kill them because their hitbox is so awkward. That's the thing with Reignited, it's awkward hitboxes and invisible walls, really. That's the main difference with that and the original. Sweet, I sniped that. That vulture didn't realise. Hello, Marco. Sorry, skipping your cutscene. Jump up over here, try and get up to here. Get those chests. come up to here, get to this final blue gem, and then leave. I'm actually getting blimmin' flustered right now. It's really, really exhausting. I just realized no one can actually see me because it's all focused on the hands. Right, I don't need to get that column, I need to get these chests though. So that's the first use of using a cannon, pretty much. With the cannon, again, it's just left and right. Thankfully, you can now flame while doing these, you don't have to stop and flame. So you can move and then obviously press circle at the same time, and you'll be able to flame while using it. Now we're going to head over to our second boss of the game. Shemp is, well, actually, I've just had a thought. Now, does UKSM or Insomnia have a problem with slight nudity? Slight cartoon nudity? Because Shemp will show his bottom. He doesn't wear any pants, he thinks he's that cool. So firstly, you get around over here, charge into this. Get over to these big mummers, get all these gems around here. I can't seem to get that chest. Again, mechanics of Reignited are very fluid, very different to the original. Now, I can pretty much skip past some of those enemies because they'll essentially kill themselves. But this one though, I'll basically go up to here and charge that one. And when those guys pretty much run off the edge and kill themselves, Spyro pretty much gets the gems automatically, they'll home in. Don't forget, there's a gem up over here. It's a 25 gem all on its own. It's the highest gem count in the game. You don't want to miss that. Get that key. Jump up here. Head on down here. Don't forget that one gem that's there. You charge into that chest and then free Trondo. Sorry, Trondo. We know Shemp thinks he's cool. Charge up to here. And then here we are. Here's Shemp. Get as close as you can. Turn him around. And then flame his bottom. Somebody put a nappy on that guy, dearie me. Put some pants on him, dearie. Right, he'll now turn around. You flame him while he's turning around. Oh, Shemp. You think you're so cool, but you're really, really stupid. And the final one, he'll do his stick. You jump, you flame his bottom again, and then you make sure to collect his gems. Charge up along here. Get that. Go down, get to that key chest. What's in the box? I don't know. It seemed to be a purple gem. And then that's the final gem. I seem to be missing a 10 gem. So, okay, if it gets to a point where this happens, do not worry. You can press the left analog stick and use sparks to point where the gem is. If you press it, he's telling me it's near the beginning. I've missed a 10 gem near the beginning. Whereabouts is it, Sparks? Ah ha ha! Of course. Notorious two spring chests here. Flame them two. I can get them both in one sweep around like that. And now, options, exit level, up, exit. Just to warn you, I have not run this game on the Xbox One. I believe there are a few runners though who do run this on the Xbox, so make sure to check this out if you want to run this on the Xbox and basically see how the mechanics compare. Should pretty much be the exact same mechanics, just obviously different controls. Now, when leaving, I should get a gem count of 170, which if so, I will then go over to my far left, charge around, get these gems, get these spring chests here. Right, now, let me show you something which is a little bit naughty. Now, Sparks, as you saw, has just basically picked up those gems. I'm going to walk next to this gem, and you're going to see Sparks doesn't even acknowledge it's there. I have to do that. I have to literally touch it to get to it because that gem is trapped within basically nothing. Just a collision wall. Just like basically an invisible boulder which Spyro's standing on right there. It's a shame, but you have to make sure to essentially tap that gem and then head on in, because if so, your whole run might miss that one crucial gem, which means that when you finish the whole level, you might have to, you know, not the whole level, sorry, the whole game. Oof. I'm going to take these glasses off, no one can see me. Right, more route following now. Get the spring chest. Turn the camera around. Get his gems around here. Flame, jump to get his gem. Go around here, charge. Around here. Flame, jump to get his gem. Make sure to get to the back of Ulrich, because you want to get that gem to home in. Sorry Ulrich, not going to listen to you. Get that 10 gem. Get these around here. Flame, jump to get his gem. Get these chests around here and then go around here. Save Todor. Sorry Todor, I'm not gonna get you. Right, so now these sticks are a little bit... In the original, they were evil, because they would literally drop down and you had to basically stand to pick them up. In Reignited, it's a little bit nicer, where if you charge and it falls off, that gem will automatically home. So I can charge into like that, and then I can basically charge in and tap it like that, and then carry on from there. A fair punishment for Sparks ignoring the gem is death. I think we should shame Sparks on that. Right, here we go. Here's a nice little jump coming up here. Again, another charge, jump, glide practice. I'm going to free Asher. He's my favorite dragon. He's probably the oldest dragon in the game, and I frigging love him. Right? Ha 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 ha. Magic stairs. So now this is actually some really crucial. Again, pretty much more charge and jumping, but this is now an example where you have to now dynamically press X and make sure that you're holding the analog stick at the correct angle, pretty much, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump onto there. You pretty much get to that... That was a voice crack. You pretty much get to that chest. I would get that guy, but he's a part of the route pretty much. He's just being a pain in the butt right now. So pretty much you get to here, hard... You take a hard left at 9 o'clock on the analog stick. You then charge, jump, 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 jump. And that was magic stairs. Pretty much what you do is each time you jump, you get the analog stick pretty much flicking at like 2 o'clock, pretty much. I'll do it again just to show you. I'm not going to get that Nork. If you can do this, I'd say you'd be ready to run this category. And even any percent, because you need to do this in any percent. Pretty be ready to do the game, I'd say. Right, get these gems around here. You can't do anything about those Norks, you have to basically charge them off the platform. Snipe these, get that Nork, get that chest there, get this Nork, go around here, flame, up, achievement get. Get these two. Now we're going to jump across the sledge. Technically the game doesn't want you to do that, but that's the quickest way to get to Ragnar. Ignore Ragnar, get this guy, go around here, charge this guy once, he'll fall off, go directly backwards, drop down, get these gems along here. Right, so now when you get back here, you're now double rounding, doing like basically a loop right now. Picking up any gems you might have missed. A first, yeah, I know. Sometimes I struggle with that. Here comes Andor. Flame, jump to get the gem. Right. Jump up these stairs. Now this guy's kind of mean. I like to dodge him and then do that, because if I try and go in front of him, he will squish me, and that will take me 3 seconds wasted, you know? Right, and now we're basically doubling back to here. Now we need to do this top section, and we will finish at the key chest, pretty much. Would anyone like to wear some swag glasses? There you go, Raccoon. He just broke them. Thankfully, I got a spare pair. Right, you come out, you get big boy Magnus. He's a good Drago as well. I'll play his cutscene. Right, so now when you get Magnus, you make sure you go down here, you flame these tents, because what they'll do is the Norks would then be basically positioned standing still, and then you come across charge. Get these. You've now pretty much completed the entire of Peacekeepers. You then go to Gosnold. X, he only has one line of dialogue. Down, go to Magic Crafters. Now off we are to Magic Crafters. So again, to get to the next level, your requirement is 1,200 gems, but to 100%, in total, you have 2,000 gems in Peacekeepers. Oh, dearie me. I'm really hungry. Right, so pretty much with Magic Crafters, this is where the game starts to basically put together the things that you've learned from the first two homeworlds. So again, I'm not gonna try and explain a lot of what I've done, but if there are tricks, like for example, like sniping thieves, which I'll be doing a lot in this bit because there's a few eggs that I need to get. Make sure to keep an eye out on what I do. All right. I'm trying to think where there's actually quite a crucial trick coming up. Supercharging. I'll need to come on in a moment. We'll get to that in a bit. So there we go. Snipe that thief. Get these two. Make sure not to forget that one gem. That could be notorious. Out. Those guys, when you kill them as well, they literally go out. This is quite funny because every time I get hit by Spyro, I just copy their sound. Out. Coming through. Another achievement get. Right now we're going to do some spring chest manipulation where we're going to kill that wizard by using this, not spring chest, the fan chest top. And what it will do is what he would do, if I were to get close to him, he will up that wall. And what I would do is basically, if this will snipe him, that wall goes down. So now I can get those things quick, you know? And I can do the same thing. I can charge into that guy, go to about 3 o'clock on the analog stick, bring the camera back, flame into that wizard, and then charge into the other guy next to him without getting hurt. Carry on. Next UKS, yes, definitely Lycra, definitely. Sadly, it was a little bit of a technical issue for this time. We did get it working earlier, we just don't know what happened, just only till recently, pretty much. But don't worry, we'll definitely sort out for next UKSM. You can be sure of that. Again, folks, just to essentially advertise the event in itself, our next event will be over at EGX within the Excel Centre in London. I believe it's a week before MCM. We will be there. The submissions to open the submissions to basically submit for runs will open. Beginning of May, Matt? Beginning of May? Submissions will open for UKSM? May time-ish? EGX? Well, I'll let you plug out the event, mate. Right?
What am I plugging? What am I doing?
UKSM, what is it? When is it happening next? And how do you get in?
Why do I feel like I'm no longer the announcer? Shit. I feel like I'm being announced too. Okay, next UKSM is a little bit of an interesting topic, actually. Do you mind if I jump on with you, basically? Do you want to have like a little bit of a conversation?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah, next UKSM's it's a little bit of an interesting conversation because we don't know if it's going to be next Insomnia in August or EGX.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really, that's news to me. Because I knew it was EGX, but I didn't know that we had the chance at the next Insomnia as well.
Insomnia want us back. I've said no to a booth. I've said no to what we're doing right here, right now.
Wow.
What I've said might be happening, though, what I've sort of proposed to them is that we have 4 stage runs again.
That's
Insomnia
a good idea.
65 in August. So if you want to consider that a UKSM, I suppose we've got a UKSM then, maybe. We don't know yet. But as for a full-blown UKSM like this, EGX.
Definitely EGX.
Yep, EGX in London, October the 17th to the 20th, maybe?
I'd just say, if you know the MCM London dates, it's the weekend before that. It's pretty much the weekend before that.
Oh, yeah, it's the 17th to the 20th in October. We're going to basically be doing what we are here, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be
raising
awesome.
money again for special effects. Our booth is going to be bigger. Hopefully, we'll have worked out all the tech issues. We'll be able to seat 100 people. So, if you do have plans to come down to London for EGX, make sure to check out us when we're there. It's going to be great. Anyway, I'll let you get back to your tutorial now.
Thank you. Yeah, please feel free to come down to EGX and say hi to all of us. We're friendly people. Well, only... Actually, to be fair, I did mess up the tech earlier, so I think only map bites. Right, so yeah, pretty much, I forgot to explain a lot of this bit. But pretty much, Alpine Ridge is very focused on cycles. If you miss a cycle, so you have to basically have a little bit of patience. If you miss a cycle, you pretty much have to wait. In the original, there were ways to manipulate the cycles in a way. Like this guy up here, you can manipulate him. In the original games, being reignited, sadly, you can't do that. Sorry, Eldred, I'm skipping you, mate. Right, now, there is one very crucial enemy coming up here who is, again, an absolute blighter. I'll show him in a moment. Okay, his hitbox is tiny. Right, so this enemy I'm about to charge up in a moment, this guy here, no matter what you do, if you charge him, his gem will drop. He doesn't home in like it normally would. So you have to make sure, this guy only, you charge, stop, and jump to get it. Again, he's the only guy that has that. It's really mean. Oh my word, you just jump scared me there. Matt, you just jump scared me there. What was that? Sorry for keep pulling the controller back. Here comes Xander. Now, I'm going to take a moment to say this upcoming thief is probably a really hard thief to get. I still struggle with getting him. I can't fully show you how to do the trick. Again, just to plug my mate Seraphin, if you ever need a hand to basically show or to basically see how to snipe this thief, well, I'll try and do it. If I can't do it, again, I highly recommend checking out Seraphin, because he will definitely help show you that. Yeah, sadly that thief he's a pain. The only way to back him up is get all these gems and essentially, when he gets close enough, when he drops down, you have to flame him. Again, it's a new speed game. We're still pretty much, well, for 120 that is, there's still a few tricks that we kind of need to solidly get because it's quite difficult actually. Oh, no, I have to do another cycle round. This is where you can eat up a lot of, like, you can get loads of time loss. This is where most of my time loss is. And even getting the animation, I just rather just take that for the safe bet of it, you know? Alright, so I'm now going to show you an example of how damaging these firework chests can be. Now, you see these short platforms here. In the original, I believe on these you can pretty much charge and then still stay on them. This is what they've changed. So now us runners need to now be a little bit careful with doing those. The quickest way to do those sections, to do them first two, the last one you can charge, the first two you don't. Pretty much what you do is you go over here, you flame this one, you flame the first one, you flame the second one, come back here, pick up this one's gem, and then you finally charge into this one, and as you're falling down, you can start, we click options, go to exit level, and exit. Pop off the tops. Oh, yo, Jason, lovely to see you in chat, mate. Just been AFK, come back to see the Sean Bean level. Yeah, he likes to dub it the Sean Bean level because in the original, I used to struggle with this level loads because of the cycles and stuff. One does not simply do Alpine Ridge without dying at least once. Right, so here we go. I've just got these two. Now we're going to do another thief sniping again. What we're going to do is we're basically going to make sure Spyro charges within this sort of direction towards the stairs. Again, this was cleared up by my friend Sable Dragon to me because I used to get him near towards the archway, but he used to then run back around on himself. You make sure you jump, you flame, and then basically you can get the thief without getting the animation. I missed him. Whoops. Let's get him around there again. Hold on. Let's set him up again. Turn around. There we go. Whoops. Yeah, don't put spoilers in chat, Jason. I'm still yet to watch it, mate. Right, so now we're getting to our first example of using the supercharge. So I'm going to explain that with the supercharge mechanic in Reignited, it's actually quite different to the original, well, again. So pretty much, in the original, the ranks of supercharge basically give you a speed boost, right? In Reignited, that is different. The ranks determine the amount of acceleration Spyro gets. So you can actually manipulate the supercharge. Again, I'll show that a little bit later, where you can slow Spyro right down. But with the highest rank, you essentially can get him to be really quick, like all over again. So this is the first use of it, and also you can basically jump and then turn and then charge straight away by using the supercharge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the supercharge to essentially destroy a key chest, which basically there's a key hidden in Magic Crafters, which is, if you're speedrunning this, you do not need to get. All you need to do is jump, charge, turn, head around in this direction, jump around this point, come in here, destroy that key chest, and there you are done. And you come up around here, make sure to get these gems along the way, come up here, we'll free Xantor on the way back, and then jump in. Just to let you folks know that, hey up, we are still here, wave everyone that's on the couch in the back. Ooh. I'm just making sure for tutorial's sake I'm showing the controller, alright?
You messing with my setup again?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is it on the controller? You see the controller?
Down a bit more. No, just move the... There you go.
There we go.
Messing with my setup. God.
Yeah, I'm an awful person. I'm awful. Ow! Didn't mean to get hit there. Right, so be careful with these whirlwinds or those tornadoes. Don't get hit by those. They will make you lose a bit of time. Nearly lost it there. Just like that, but that's fine. There's fodder here. Quickly get that fodder. Quality stream right here. Right, so pretty much these wizards here on these podiums, they are determined on a cycle. If I was quick enough up those stairs, I could basically show you that cycle. I pretty much missed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here, charge this guy, get a bit of a momentum boost, charge that guy. I didn't get a momentum boost then, but that's fine because I'm already here. So, come up around here, get these 2 gems. This is also a little bit of a different route from the original, because in the original there are multiple routes to high caves. It's a very bizarre, it's a very, very bizarre level. So Ajax, it's maybe because of the focus of the supercharge. So, now I'm going to use supercharge to destroy a few chests real quick without destroying Spyro, because with supercharge, as what Ajax would say, you are temporarily invisible. Which I actually believe is a lie. You're like, there is something that still can hit you, I think. So, jump, charge, to initiate the charge, tap the wall to slow it down, and then I can get those 2, charge into that one, and I'm out from that. That is the example of how if you tap a wall, tap basically an invisible wall, a hitbox whatsoever, you pretty much can slow down your momentum. Loads, but keep that really high rank so that you speed up real quick to make sure you get what you need to get. So again, if I do just show you again, jump. I actually got that. I thought I wasn't going to get that. Right, okay, let's go up here. So down, charge, around here, tap the wall, went a little bit slower, and then I could pretty much get those 2 chests that were along there and then charge and then lose it from that. Let's carry on. We got another thief along the way. Them drastic thieves, they're all over the place. Right, here we go. I'll up along here. Follow this route. Again, try and keep up with him and get all the gems along the way, because you can flame him right at the very last moment. Just like that. Now, you can get back to those, basically around those like icicles there. If you don't go around there, you will basically fall, and you basically have fairies that will pick you up and take you to the top of the supercharge. But, again, a little bit of charge jump practice, charge jump glide. There we go. Now, again, I'm going to be a bit quiet and explain what I'm doing in a moment. So, supercharge, get this spider thing here. Now, those spiders are essentially indestructible from 2 things. You cannot flame them as normal Spyro. You cannot charge them as normal Spyro. You have to have supercharge and this lovely little fairy kiss here. Oh, Spyro, he's you're getting a bit flustered there, mate. Oh, he's become a bit bright. I could make definitely a dirty joke there, but I'm not going to. Right, make sure you're quick, come down here, flame this guy, get these gems along here, and then head on back. Bonk up those stairs, come up to here. The power of love, indeed. Indeed, Lycrad, indeed. Right, and then you take a far right after this kiss. Go over to these chests, you get them all, even the fan chest, because the fan chest is too long. Come around here, get these gems, flame this guy, come around here, arachnophobe, heck yes. And now your gem count should be at 360. When you're at 360, you come up around here. Back to the supercharge. And this is where we basically finish off back to just the standard route, pretty much in both the original and in this one. Get a few chests. I nearly supercharged into the vortex then. That would have been unlucky. Free set trick. Don't listen to set trick. We need to skip you. Get these chests along here. Fly up around here. Get up around here. Charge up. Get that final chest. Now you need to charge, jump, and then glide around this. And if you start losing a bit of height, tap the wall, you can get a little bit of a wall glide. Just like that. And here's a nice little thing that the game allows us to do. Again, this was also a thing in the original. So I'm going to flame this fan chest. The fan is going to hit the thief, kill the thief, And if I jump at basically the frame while he's been killed, pretty much I'll be able to skip the animation again. So here we go. Just like that. And then basically position yourself here, you can flame both of those at the same time, get those 2 gems, and then exit level.
Just to let you know, you've got pretty much an hour left.
Legit.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm taking a bit of time. Right, so I think I'm just going to crack on making it look like it's natural speedrun now. But I'll try and, again, a lot of it, again, is just practice. That's the main thing I'd recommend to, it's a lot different to other runs where you see a lot of glitches and stuff. This one is pretty much glitchless, if anything. Just make sure you can do some of the manipulations after, you know, practice.
Think of it as more of an expo than having to finish.
Eh?
I said think about like more of an expo than actually having to finish.
Yeah. But you just want me to chat normally, just chill and I don't know. Let's get speedy, Sable wants it speedy. Let's go speedy then. Let's go speedy. Actually, I'll leave the controller there just so people can see what I'm doing. That gem doesn't home, by the way. That red gem I just had to walk across. Right. So when Sparks is basically getting fodder, you can home a gem, sadly. Whoops, I nearly just fell right off the edge there. That's the one problem having fodder up here. Whoops. Now these wizards are the worst. Make sure to either charge or flame them whenever they're not close to zapping, like that. Because they are a pain to recover from. There's a little bit of supercharged manipulation here. Here's a nice trick, hold on. Oh, okay, that's a perfect example of the camera being really annoying in Reignited. Here we go. Let's do that again. I just get that one up for just because why not, you know? Now start going down here. Now, in the original, you would do a death abuse. You would die in this level, but what you do not do is die in this level because there is actually one sort of a glitch, but it is a hindering glitch. So I would basically call it a bug, if anything, where pretty much if you die once within this level, you will permanently lose the ability to get a gem. Which is such a shame, actually, but you have to kind of bear with it. The only way to get it back again is die again. We've now gone all the eggs in the game, so that's now one requirement done. Oh, I have no sparks, apparently. Oh, I'm just having a look to see if I don't forget any gems around here. Rip! That was a death. I should be going back up to the dragon up at the top here. Yep, Lucas. Oh wait a second. So I did die, but I'm gonna show you if it gets to 499, if it does or doesn't. We'll see. Hopefully it shouldn't. If it gets to 499, then I'll have to die again, pretty much. If it doesn't, then awesome. Oh, okay, that's fine. Don't die in this level, also says no sparks, max guts. And then look what happened. Typical Nost run, eh? In typical Nost fashion. Right, here we go to our third flight level. Comes Crystal Flight. Another example of a animation skip there because of the wall. Good old animation skips. Right, so now we've got our next box. This is Blowhard. Alright, sorry Baldar. Need to skip you. I'm actually running out of time. Ew. The only reason I went through that vortex at that time was because that 2 gem is so close to the vortex, I may as well just enter it in. Oh dear. Long day.
Come on, buddy, you got us here!
Fucking do it!
God damn it.
It's fine though, I'm picking up, I have to pick up the pace now. And it's annoying because Beastmakers and Dreamweavers is probably the longest parts of the game. So like, having only an hour left, well, 50 minutes, it's likely that I'll probably be finishing at around about, probably at Nasty, but not in loot, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Speedrun.
Yeah. I'm technically turning this into a speedrun now, but why not?
A speedier speedrun.
Yeah. Yeah, about 30 minutes left, not 50. What, does it finish at 5:30 today? Guys, when does the... Matt? When does the event finish today? When's the event finish today? 5:30 or 6? 6.
Oh shit, does it finish at 5:30? No, it finishes
No,
at
it
6.
finishes at 6.
What world are you on at the moment? Beastmasters?
Beastmakers, yeah, just entering Terrace Village. I don't know if I'll be able to finish, pretty much. But yeah, I am. That's why I'm just doing.
It's speedier. No more tutorial. Speedrun.
Yeah, this is what I'm doing now.
By ton.
World record by chance.
Turn it into an 80%.
Oh. But yeah, Beastmakers is definitely where you'll start noticing the difficulty of the game will be increasing. So this would definitely test what you know about the game so far. And it ends at 5:30, yeah. Well, because obviously everyone would need to sit down pretty much. Thank you. They returned my swag glasses. Right, here's the swag roll. There we go. So why not? Aye, aye, aye. This is why I hate the floor panels sometimes. Right, I'm gonna get sparks, why not? That's alright, that's alright. Hey yo.
Hello. So is this now speedrun?
Huh?
Is this now...
Yeah, sort
You would
of.
actually like
I'm kind of going at speedrunning pace pretty much. Oops. It won't be perfect, but I'll try and see what I can do. Oh my god.
I think you might have to start bringing your into every event we did.
Yeah, I think I might have to. Hold on. Again, I'd rather at this point get... actually, no. No, I just realised it's 120. Don't need to worry about it. So anyway, to not blow up the chicken next to the chest of sparks isn't always chasing it while you're picking up gems. I'm not entirely sure. I know with any percent, you don't need to worry about if you get the chicken, you don't really need to worry about the gems that are around it because they're mainly just 1 gems and 2 gems, and the gems that you get from the guy pretty much is a the guys are like 5 gems. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Well,
Nice.
that wasn't very good, was it? Actually, I tell you what, there is a very slight backup strat, which does basically manipulate a flight mechanic. Which is pretty much, if you die in a flight, the game sort of registers it as a death in the game, but doesn't take a life away. So you pretty much get sparks at full again. It's like a free heal up in a way. So I'll do that in a very short moment. I'll literally just, as I enter the flight, I'll just charge down and you'll see the Spyro get, when I leave, Spyro gets sparks back again. There you go.
Who's that hand?
Guess the hand, chap.
It's Argic!
Thanks for spoiling it. You were meant
Guess
to
the
say
hand.
it's Pikachu.
It's Pikachu. No, it's Archie.
Guys, do not swear on my marathon stream, please. Do not swear on the marathon stream.
Do not swear on the marathon stream. Instead, say fudge.
Fudge.
Yes. It has the oomph of the word you want to say, but it's not a swear.
Oh, why?
Say Rick.
Sorry.
I love these levels.
So you completed the stage and then died to get sparks back.
No, I already died at the beginning of this, so now I can just do it fully now. It's the exact same route as I did in the any percent.
Yeah.
The only thing is well, obviously I'm not doing it as great.
I mean, this is still faster than what I can do it, so.
So what happened? Did it just fall off? Or
I have no idea. I mean, you gave.
they were cheaply made, probably. It's probably glued on. Not a problem though. Right, so now you see. Hello Sparks, where did you come from?
Sparks is a magician.
Right, Cletus should be dragon number 50. Yep. That's my dragon count. Yo, KG, don't worry, this ain't a run, mate. Well, it's sort of turned into a speed run.
Yeah. I think you got like the basics down in the beginning. So it's
Yeah. This is more of a tutorial run, pretty much. Just to show the route. At the beginning of the run, I showed pretty much highlight the main parts of the mechanics of the game, and then most of it is literally learn it from that. Really, it's not a glitch. It's not a glitchy run. I would call this pretty much glitchless. The only problem is you might have a bug or two that might still be there, or you might get absolutely destroyed by like things like invisible walls and stuff. Or things like that happening, like an enemy not dying when it should be.
So it's pretty much speed running the tutorial of the speed run.
Yeah. I will showcase a little part of this level in a little bit though, which is notoriously difficult. And I'm going to try and see if I can go and do it without getting hit. Ugh, I hate this level so much. I'm not freeing Roscoe. Rocco, sorry. I like to get him last. Or is he Roscoe? I forget. This is pretty much also the same route I do in the original, by the way. Oh, you kidding me? Rip.
F in the chat for Spyro.
Yeah, F in chat.
reset all the gem placements.
Yeah, I suppose, but again, the enemies are all still here, which is like, oh, that's another hurdle, you know.
So what are the all things that drop then? Like, is it you've already got the gem?
Oh, the things that drop in place. They're like little life orbs. If you collect a certain number of those, you can get a life.
Ah, right. Okay.
Sometimes that boar can be quite nice and kill the frogs for you. Because those frogs are mean.
So I'm guessing the orbs are like a really easy part mines after you accomplish 100% of the game. You just go back through and just get the
If you get to the point where you're meant to have 100%, if you don't have 100%, you basically go back to where you left it. That's why it's always good to obviously, you know, get everything along the way. Have it done by a route. Is that Stitch in the background at UKSM? Stitch? Sable, I think all you can see right now is pretty much my hands right in the controller. May as well, oh flip that. There we go. Is it the fact that you can hear someone announcing at the back? Or is Pikachu returned? Stitch sounding voice. Do you sound like Stitch, Reku? You don't, do you? No, you don't. You don't sound like Stitch.
It's probably my husky.
Hi.
I can't even do that.
Right, so now I'm about to preview to you all. Now, this is a section of the game. This is, I'd say, the hardest part of the game. So this here is what's notoriously named Guantanamo Bay. Reason why is this is basically the worst part of the game when it comes to getting enemies. You've got those 3 frogs there. You've got pretty much 2 frogs and a Nork guarding the final dragon in the level, and you see frogs obviously like hopping around the place. In Reignited it's a little bit easier, but it's still kind of just as bad. In the original, in OG, it's awful, notoriously awful. But yeah, this is the hardest part of Misty Bog and the hardest part of Spyro 1, so let's give it a try. I'll try and do it as quick as I can, actually. Trial and error. Out. So the best thing I like to do with these is flame the frogs and charge the Norks. That's kind of how I like to do all of that. I've missed a 1 gem. No, Sparks, no. Also, Damon is my second favourite dragon, by the way. I always skip him, though, because I play him too many times on my streams for me to even care. Right, where's the final... Okay, I missed it over here. Oh, I think I might know where it is. Yeah, I think I might know where it is. No.
So, I mean, obviously with this, it's like you've got to really remember.
Sorry?
It's like with this, you've got to really remember where all the gems are.
Yes, you need to... Well, pretty much, it's sort of a route. With any percent, it's sort of... It's based on a path, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not... The route is a path of, like, how many gems you can, like, collect along the path.
Yeah.
120, on the other hand, it's a path to each individual thing. Every enemy you kill, every gem you collect, every egg you collect, every dragon you collect, pretty much.
Yeah, so it's right.
It's a very, what I would call, it's for a speedrun, and again, it's a speedrun for it to be glitchless. It's a very, like, it's a skillful run in a way. Like, you need to remember the route. You need to then mix up, obviously, with mechanics and tricks to try and get everything to go sort of like pretty fast, pretty much.
I mean, it's like I thought about speedrunning this when it came out and everything, but it was just kind of like, I don't know, there was something about it that put me off.
I will be honest. It is also one of those things you say, and Ark did say this earlier in, on stage, which was, this is definitely one of those games that once you know how to speedrun it, you will not be able to play this game casually anymore. I even struggled to kind of play 2 and 3 casually on this because the mechanics are the same pretty much.
Yeah.
Right, so here we go, troublesome 2 again. Yeah, we have to do these. We have to basically do pretty much similar things I did in any percent all over again. Just this time it's a little bit longer because I've got more enemies to kill. More gems to collect. Right, I nearly forgot the key there, dearie me. Oh, and also it's the return of the fan chest. I need to get those. I normally jump to get that guy because I try to avoid his banana. You don't exploit? No, you do. You do exploit in 120, Sable. It's still the same. It's just a little bit long. The routes are slightly bit longer, pretty much.
You have to go around the whole entire level.
Yeah, you also.
The whole entire level, but you have to do it.
Yeah, you also have to death abuse as well. If I collect these gems, you basically have to first go down this section, and get all of the things here, pretty much. I'm kind of a little bit lost what I'm doing. There we go. And the best way to get rid of those fan chests is to charge them, pretty much. Then you go out around here. Got an invincible chest. You need to. Oof! Well, I freed Lyle. I'll go and do that again, pretty much. My death abuse isn't meant to be there, but it's meant to be like literally in a short moment. And again, this is another thing I really don't like about Reignited with the load times is if it's really taxing. Like if you die, you can lose a lot of real time because of the loads. Oh, that was a nice little spring chest snipe. Yeah, that was a little spring chest snipe there. It's quite hard to get that. Right, so that's the death abuse I'm meant to do, to go back to Lyle. And now I do one of the troublesome 2. So what I'll do is I'll go around here, pick up the supercharge, go around here. Free Jed. Get the gems around there, flame the thief because he ain't going to go anywhere.
You don't get it anymore.
No, the thieves are now only either eggs and then at the end there's keys, pretty much. Yeah, I've got all the eggs in the game from now on.
So am I right to turn around and say that like not every level in the game has an egg? So
Yeah, not every level is an egg. You only really need to get eggs up to Magic Crafters, because beyond Magic Crafters it's all it's all gems and dragons pretty much. In my first 120 run, I forgot that guy, and I was like, oh, no, who am I forgetting? But it was only just that guy there. He's easy to forget.
I think for me that would be so much harder.
Oops, that's not good. I can only destroy that chest with supercharge. So what I'm going to do... Oh, yeah, I'll just die again, because I freed the dragon up there. Hopefully I've got enough lives. Sorry everyone, this isn't a very good tutorial, neither a speedrun, really. It's more like a casual playthrough. This is me practicing. Right, there we go. So basically, what I could do is sometimes you can tap the wall like I did just a moment ago. Alright, thanks banana.
It's a banana.
Yep. Right, here we go. Here's the second one.
Nice.
Sweet.
I'm guessing that turn is pretty different.
Yeah, there's basically a range of opening to be able to actually do that, pretty much.
I'm guessing that the more you go out before you turn around.
Yeah, pretty much. You need to make sure, well, basically, Spyro's charging mechanic in this is also different than the original, where pretty much what you have to do is, he kind of accelerates a little bit like a car to a point where he sort of starts to drift, where the more you turn, the more kind of angular acceleration you kind of begin to get, so he kind of when you turn, he then starts to begin to turn more sharply. And that can kind of determine how well a supercharge goes. If you first get a supercharge and do that, you ain't gonna get a very sharp turn. You need to make sure you do a very sharp turn first before you then do a second sharp turn, backwards. It's really weird. Again, mechanically, it's very intriguing. It's very modern, if anything, because again, it's a lot more modern than the original. The original, it's the mechanics were very like the gameplay and the speed tech was very quote unquote rigid. They're very you can practice, and a lot of it can be down to human error. Reignited, on the other hand, is a lot more fluid. And what I mean fluid is in it's more dynamic. Things can happen that purely aren't just really down to human error. They can just happen, and it's a bit unpredictable. You would need to be able to do or run this game. I don't know how many times many people are running this. All right. Yep, no worries. Right, I'm failing this big time. I forgot that one gem. Make sure to pick that up on the way. Hello. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. I don't know whether I'm under gemmed or not. I'm trying to think if it was 237 or 239.
I'm guessing with big stage, big levels with
A really cool thing as well within Metalhead is sometimes he'll destroy his own pylons just like that, which actually helps you out quite a massive amount. Did I miss any gems in here? No, I didn't. That's good. That's lucky. Actually, I just realized this game technically does have one very slight audio cue, which is when, basically, when I'm... It's not it's only just whether you know a pylon's been destroyed, is you'll basically hear it within your surround field, pretty much, whether a pylon's been destroyed by Metalhead. But again, it's still quite crucial because you need to destroy them all, and if you know Metalhead's destroyed one for you, then, well, that's a nice little bit of manipulation, you know? Right, I'm under gem. Where's that last lot? There is Sparks. Okay. Right, oh my word. I bet I know which gem that is. So, I think what Sparks is about to show me is a bug in the game. If I'm lucky. If I'm lucky. Well, unlucky even.
Lucky to show it off.
Oh, no, I did actually forget them. Brilliant. I always forget them too. Sorry about that. Achievement get.
What was the glitch then?
Pretty much, one of the little guys which the big guys kick can drop his gem out of bounds.
Oh, so Spox would have gone and get it out of bounds?
He couldn't. Oh. Pretty much, he'll tell you it's over there in a wall. And then, basically, the only way to get it is to kill yourself and then, death abuse and then do all this again. Right, and now we've got the final bit of Beastmakers, and then we're heading over the Dreamweavers.
If you can maybe try wrapping up in the next 15 to 20 minutes.
Do you want me just to start any percent the rest of it now, or?
Yeah. How long would that take to... I mean, you got everything, so is it just...
Yeah, pretty much once I enter in Dreamweavers, I think I will have 6,000, so I can literally just head into Nasty's homeworld, and then, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only problem is this would pretty much become an any percent. Sorry everyone if you want it 120.
We've done 120 up until this point. So it's
Yeah.
full count it. Yeah, we always knew that the tutorial...
So yeah, I've got 8,000 gems pretty much.
You haven't. It's only 6,000 years, so you're like 2,000. So what? You're in the end game now. Oh my
This is technically the last homeworld. But, well, last homeworld to collecting things.
You've been listening to the sound of this stuff.
Yeah, I am listening to it. You got Turkey to thank for that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Speedrunning.
I'll leave it to our lovely organizer Matt Harris here to speedrun it now.
Speedrunning. I've never played.
Do you want to show you?
Controls. Oh no. Oh wait, are we getting Matt? I remember where I know speedrun games.
Hello everyone, my name is Nost. We're now going to do this bit. I'm going to try that jump again, by the way. I'm going to try it. Right, I don't need to collect anything anymore, to be honest. So.
Go on, you can do it. You got this.
Right, I'm going to try this jump. This jump is really difficult. First try, come on. Heck yes!
You did what I did not.
Actually, why am I even going down here? I'm just going to show off another jump because this is another jump which you have to get to the Como anyway. But anyway, let's just run to the end of the level and talk to Sonic the Hedgehog again. Are you ready to go? But yeah, just to let you all know though, my name is Nost, my channel's over on Nost TW. I might as well just do a little bit of an outro thing now, pretty much because we have to be wrapping up in about, how long, 10 minutes? Yeah, about 10 minutes, I'll try and finish it within 10 minutes. Pretty much, I'll make sure to do, I'll probably start moving back onto 120 then, because if I never got to fully do 120 run here, I'll go back and do 120 when I'm back on streaming. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a stream break, to be honest, because I need to start studying for my exams. Boo exams. Big boo exams. But once I'm back from that, I'll probably go back and learn a little bit of 120. And if anyone wants to check out how that goes, and basically obviously explain a little bit more about how to do certain things without having to skip anything, you know, and probably explain a little bit more in depth. Again, just drop by, say hi, pop the question. Yeah, boo exams and classes. Thankfully all my classes are done, it's just exams now. Revision. I didn't take any of my revision material with me, by the way. Thankfully this might be the last year I'll be a student, you never know. Right, anyway, I'm going to any percent this last bit, sadly, because we need to start wrapping things up. I had a feeling this was going to run over time anyway, because, again, to kind of didn't mean to go this side. To explain everything, kind of, again, I know I'm a bit of a waffler, but not just that, it's a very show not tell run. I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Deary me. You never know, maybe in next EGX I'll be running the OG, possibly.
OG 120.
OG 120 maybe, not sure. I'm only like I'm like 57th in that or something, I think. Like,
You're not doing the trifecta.
what, do a trifecta?
You're doing the 337.
337 trifecta.
You're not coming.
Again, I'm not Jumpy Luff. Shout outs to Jumpy Luff, by the way. He's actually an insanely mad lad for doing like all 3 games back to back. Even the third game. The third game is like the longest of the 3 of them.
To be honest though, I probably wouldn't do a trifecta.
But honestly, it's a good speed game. Again, it's very similar. Just more mini games. If you like your mini games, have a look at Spyro 2 and 3. I don't like my mini games, so I kind of like Spyro 1. Easy as that, really. Who needs to play mini
I mean,
games?
it's like, I like my long runs. I really like doing long runs, but I wouldn't do a trifecta.
Yeah, I agree.
It's pure collection based.
I probably would do an any percent trifecta. I was actually thinking about doing, before the 1.03 patch, I wanted to do an any percent trifecta. The only reason I stopped wanting to do it was because the roll in air patch. Pretty much in Spyro 2, all the runners basically, and I think a little bit in 3, complained big time because a crucial strat got patched out in the 1.03 patch, which actually it can be about, I'd say, 3 hours. I think this is the longest run in it. Yeah, because roll in air, or like basically, is the fastest way to move in the game between certain things. And Spyro 2 has a lot of fast warping. Pretty much in this game, you don't really need to do it.
Okay, I'll settle for an 80% trifecta at EGX then.
Maybe.
I'll settle for that.
Depends who's patient. But yeah, I probably could look into doing something on the original. I'll admit, I do prefer the original 120 over this one. Purely because, again, as I mentioned, the mechanics for it are a lot more rigid. So it's a lot more, how do I put it? It's actually really competitive as well. There's like nearly 200 people who've got times on speedrun.com. And it's a really cool game to race. So I could even ask if there's any runners who want to do Spyro 120, and we can even do a live race.
Yeah, my sister is speedrunning Spyro.
Yeah,
She can get good with it.
get her practicing and get her down here. The only thing is, like, I run the original on emulator because they do allow emulators on the thing. The fastest way to do it though is PS2 NTSC. Mainly because of load times, but it's only like a few minutes difference. It's a massive difference on these ones though. Oh, shame on you, thief. Shame.
Did I get shame?
Yeah, shame on that thief. Shame, 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 shame.
We've watched too much Dark Road. We've watched too much.
That's how it's your guys' fault.
Shout outs to John Robertson for making the most entertaining The Dark Room. Right, so again, this run is ending pretty much. This is probably the longest any percent that will probably be ever done, I think.
Remember to call out time.
Will do. The thing is, it's not the true time because this is essentially any percent now. 120 would, on a 120 run, the time would finish when the screen fades to black as you leave through the vortex in Nasty's loot. Again, because I'm not going to be able to enter Nasty's loot now, I'm gonna have to. Well, we're pretty much gonna have to time when I flame Nasty because that's pretty much the standard way full game. Time.
Would you like to know what your time was?
Yeah, go ahead. It was atrocious.
I think we might have had a world record on our hands.
Sure.
The end time was 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 54 seconds.
So what's my in-game time though? How many deaths had affected that time? Let's have a look. So I've spent 1 hour 35 minutes in the game. That's pretty much what. That's a massive difference.
I was like
So just before wrapping up, just to explain another key thing as well about Reignited is you have two main ways of timing the game. The leaderboards at the moment are currently done by the in-game time, which you won't be able to find out sadly until when you finish your run. So sort of you have like an anonymous timer until when you're done. Real time is sort of like an estimate. The only problem is what things affect that are like load screens, deaths, and whatever console you're playing on. And finally, there actually is one more load way of, well, basically timer of the game, which is currently in development, which is called the loadless timer. Now, the loadless is essentially real time, but it's a smart timer in which it will automatically pause. It will look at OBS or like whatever thing you're using, and it will basically automatically pause, trying to replicate in-game time using real time in a way, which is sort of smart. However, and it is used throughout all of. It's kind of widely accepted throughout Reignited, and I believe that there's a community discussion at the moment in whether to use it or not, because it's the most reliable, but it's the least accessible. Again, I just stick with real time and in-game time purely because that's how we started with. That's what we're given, and also in-game time as well is actually somewhat reliable. Sometimes it will slow down depending on basically the game will lag at certain times. It's bizarre. The community is brilliant. Spyro speedrunning community. There's a Discord server. If you want to check out all the Spyro games we've got, again, got the original trilogy to run. Got the miscellaneous games, so like Enter the Dragonfly, Heroes Tale. You've got the Legend of Spyro series. I think the only ones we don't cater for is for Skylanders, because truly, I'm sorry, but is Skylanders really a Spyro game? Is Spyro's really a Spyro game?
It's sad that people think that Spyro came from Skylanders.
Yeah, but and also we're back with Reignited. We've got discussions and obviously big open community there. If you want to come join Spyro speedrunning, go and pop over to that Discord server. If you want to see more Spyro runs, or if you want to see things that are a little bit artsy, a little bit different, have a chat with me whenever I'm just kind of, I don't know, wandering on through life or whatsoever, you can check out my channel at Nost. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. There we are, Matt.
You done chilling?
I'm done chilling. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna shut you up now. Well, that was UKSM at Insomnia. What a fantastic time this has been. We had our ups, we had our downs, we had times where things definitely didn't go to plan. But it was a learning experience, and it's not the end for UKSM, because we are, of course, going to be back at EGX later this year. So if you're around in London for EGX, please come along and check out the stage. We're going to have a stage that can seat 100 people. That's a lot of people. It's going to be absolutely crazy. And yeah, if you're a speedrunner, of course, you can submit to it. We don't just actually take people from the UK, despite the name UKSM. Whoever you are, you can join. We've raised £322 for special effect. The donation link is, of course, active until midnight. So if you do want to donate over the next couple of hours, you can still do that. Be very appreciated by both us and Special Effect, who we're trying to raise money for. God. Oh yeah, we might be back at the next Insomnia. God, that could be crazy. It's all going off for UKSM. It just doesn't seem to end. And it's all going off on the screen. Okay, well, we're going to end the stream now, because we have to pack up an entire stage, which is going to be great. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through UKSM at Insomnia 64.